Alright guys, here we are from Android Authority. We're reporting live. We're set up here in Hong Kong. We've been here for the iPhone launch. We've been able to secure an iPhone. We did a nice drop test on an iPhone several hours ago, and now we have another iPhone that we're looking at to compare arguably two of the best smartphones on the market today. Everyone wants to know what's the heavyweight, what's better. Now in terms of their physical footprint, we can see that they're actually relatively similar. Obviously significantly slimmer, but in terms of the height, the iPhone 5 and the S3 are quite similar. Now, there's physical dimensions for the S3 are 5.39 inches by 2.8. Now, in terms of thickness, we have a 0.34 inch profile, making it remarkably thin for a device of its stature and size. The iPhone 5, on the other hand, is 4.87 inches long. It does have a width of only 2.31 inches, and its thickness is 0.3 inches. So that's 0.3 inches of thickness versus 0.34. Making the iPhone 5 thinner than the actual Galaxy S3. Now, in terms of their weight, the iPhone 5 is going to be weighing in at 112 grams, making it remarkably lighter. It is 19% thinner than the actual original iPhone 4S, excuse me. They've incorporated a new alloy, which we've discovered is very, very impact resistant and also remarkably lightweight. I'm not quite sure what it is, but we will find out that for you very shortly. So, in terms of the processing power, we're looking at a quad-core 1.4 gigahertz Exynos processor in the Galaxy S3 International Edition. Now, if you're living in the United States and you have an LTE connection, likely you have an S4 processor, which is a dual-core, but it's clocked at 1.5 gigahertz, and it features some architectural advancements which put it on par with the international version that we're looking at today. The displays themselves, well, a display is always usually the most important part of any device. The technology itself is different. This features an HD AMOLED display, whereas the iPhone 5 features a TFT IPS LCD display. Whites will be whiter on the iPhone 5, but colors will be significantly richer on the Galaxy S3. The operation on both is remarkably smooth, as they are leading-edge, high-end devices from two manufacturers that capture collectively over roughly 68% of the smartphone market. So, we have a resolution on the Galaxy S3 of 1280 by 720 pixels, giving it a PPI of 306. The iPhone 5 features a display of the odd form of 640 pixels by 1136, giving it a PPI of 326. So we have 326 with the iPhone 5 versus 306 with the Galaxy S3. Though, we should consider that this is a 4.8 inch screen, whereas this is only a 4 inch screen. Moving on to memory, with the iPhone 5, we have 16, 32, and 64 gigabyte iterations, but no expandable memory, making it a bit difficult for some. And for those that have used iTunes before, it does become a little troublesome sometimes, though some people appreciate its convenient syncing features. The problem is you simply can't just take a micro SD or a USB cable and just throw your music and photos on. Whereas with the Galaxy S3, you have 16, 32, and 64 gigabyte flavors, and in the rear, we do feature a expandable memory slot as well, making it remarkably convenient for movie and music lovers who don't want to have to re-encode their media or go through a third-party software suite. You can have 128 gigabytes of combined storage with the Galaxy S3, whereas with the iPhone 5, only 64 gigabytes. It's important to remember that obviously cloud computing and data syncing is becoming more prominent, though for many people, data bandwidth issues are a problem. So sometimes it is convenient to have access to physical hard storage that you can add by yourself. Moving along to the battery, the Galaxy S3 features a massive 2100 milliamp battery, making it remarkably substantial. And there are third-party companies, even Samsung themselves, make an extended battery that is substantially larger than this, which will obviously increase the profile. But for those that need a long day battery, that is possible to get. The iPhone 5, on the other hand, features only a 1400 milliamp battery, maybe perhaps due in fact that it is 19% thinner than the original iPhone 4S. We'll be testing it thoroughly to see how it holds up under intensive web browsing and multimedia consumption, as well as with overall talk time. So, moving on to the rear camera, both feature very similar 8 megapixel cameras. This has an f2.4 camera. This has an f2.4 camera, whereas this has an f2.6 camera. Arguably, the iPhone 5 will be able to take pictures on par, if not better, and we will be testing the low light situation, which they've claimed they've been able to improve through a variety of hardware and software improvements. Now, moving along to the front-facing cameras, we have a 1.9 megapixel camera on the Galaxy S3, whereas on the iPhone 5 we only have a 1.2 megapixel camera. The Galaxy S3 also features NFC technology for Google Wallet and for other short-range connectivity technology like Galaxy S Beam, where you can share contacts and information simply by tapping two devices together, making it quite convenient. It only will work with Samsung Galaxy S3 so at this time. The iPhone 5 sadly does not feature that. Now there are LTE variants for both. The iPhone 5 is in fact capable of LTE and also HSPA connectivity. So it has some really unusual but also more advanced connectivity features baked into the SoC itself. Otherwise, completely different operating systems. This is an Android device with Ice Cream Sandwich with the Jelly Bean, the latest version of Android that's featured in the the Nexus 7 to come soon, we've been told. And this iPhone 5, it features iOS 6, which is the latest version of Apple's operating system for mobile devices. The price of the devices varies by market. It's been quite expensive for us to get this iPhone 5 here in Hong Kong, but in the United States it will be launching at $199, $299, and $399 price points, 16, 32, and 64 gigabytes respectively, on a new contract. To buy the device unlocked, you're looking at upwards of $700. Other unique features include the fact that the Samsung Galaxy S3 is capable of wireless charging, albeit with a separate backplate, whereas the iPhone 5 is not. In addition to that, of course, we have a micro USB plug-in on the Galaxy S3, making it capable for you to connect to a computer for simple uploading and downloading of data. Everything needs to go through iTunes with the iPhone 5. Now, the Galaxy S3 is the best-selling Android phone of all time. It has been able to sell over 20 million units since it was launched in June, and this video is being recorded on September 21st, making it the best-selling Android device of all time. Now, the iPhone 5 was able to sell over 2 million units within 24 hours of it going up for sale, so it will be interesting. It will likely be the best-selling mobile device, smartphone mobile device in history, but that remains to be seen. Some people think of it as a minor upgrade, but when you compare it to the iPhone 4, it does feature substantial aesthetic, hardware, and software improvements, so it definitely is a true successor to the iPhone 4S. Other than that, Samsung, of course, would like us to focus on a lot of the software merits that they have baked in here, and they have actually come a long way in terms of their TouchWiz overlay. Very intuitive operation, very, very fast, and with Jelly Bean coming soon, we're going to be guaranteed even faster operation. Obviously, everything on the iPhone is smooth. They've architected their software in such a way that it prioritizes the GUI so that it maintains the integrity and always ensures smooth operation. So, other than that, Apple was able to develop an A6 processor for this device that an initial benchmarks show that the iPhone 5 is actually substantially faster than the original iPhone 4S and on par, if not better, in many use cases than the actual Galaxy S3. So, basically guys, these are two of the hottest phones in the world right now. If you're looking for one with a larger footprint, rich colors, fast processing, and great optics, the Galaxy S3 is a safe bet. If you are looking for more convenient operation for one-handed stuff, it's likely that the iPhone 5 could be a great alternative. Let's see how quickly we can take a picture. Okay, focus. All right, let's just do it together now. Focus, focus. See, you can see the difference. See how pronounced those whites are on the on the iPhone 5? That's the difference between LCD and AMOLED technology. Both are remarkably fast at capturing photos, something obviously mobile enthusiasts love to do. Browsing something simple like the gallery. Let's just see here. Fix the profile. Thank you. All right. Now, both appear to be very satisfyingly fast, and definitely. Now, bringing it back to the real brass tacks of these, It's been reputed, analysts in the industry that study mobile all day have been able to reverse engineer and tear down the iPhone 5. It features a bill of materials of $207. So that's what it costs for all the components inside the iPhone 5 and to manufacture it, not including shipping or duties, which are likely nominal, maybe $10 or so. Now the S3 actually costs around $238 to build and manufacture, but that is for the 64 gigabyte edition. It should be noted though that memory is very cheap for both manufacturers, and in fact it's odd because these manufacturers work together closer than many others in the smartphone space. It's rumored that Samsung in fact built and manufactured through their foundry the A6 processor contained within the iPhone 5. And although they have constant legal disputes, in fact Samsung losing over 1 billion legal dispute to Apple recently, they still do maintain a harmonious relationship despite being the biggest competitors in the smartphone space. Anyway guys, this is the iPhone 5 versus Samsung Galaxy S3. You take your pick. We're from Android Authority here, reporting live, giving you a first look at the iPhone 5 versus the Galaxy S3. Let us know what you think of the video, and if you have any questions at all, hit us up on Google+, on Twitter, come to the site, leave a comment, or contact us directly. Thanks for checking our video. Have a great day.